Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and Challenge Roulette, where our destiny is decided by a spinning wheel with a bold man's face on it. And then we complete custom challenges with some cool ass video game tunes in the background. Now, we know where we're going for the challenges, even if we're not sure what the challenge is yet. Alerted Wick Creek seems like a good start point today. Destroy surveillance recorder. Pacify guards with concussives and eliminate guards with SMGs. That all seems alright. Or does it? Let's let the wheel decide that. So 5 challenges remain before we reset the wheel and start again. And we're taking which one to Wick Creek? Let's find out. Oh, is it suit only? Yes it is! Suit only, Wick Creek. That should be okay. Wick Creek isn't a bad map for suit only. So that means we don't need to worry about the gear we bring. We can bring anything we like, such as, let's see. We can bring our Mastador, get unsilenced pistol kill, epic. How many opponents do we have? 3. They don't even know that they're opponents. And that's the best kind of opponent. So do we go for unsilenced pistol kill or do we go for assault rifle? Yeah. Let's keep it compact. Let's bring along small things so we can do a bit of climbing if that's necessary. Because it might be necessary, you know, what with the lack of disguises that are available to us. What else might we want to bring? Probably a lockpick. It's generally wise. And do we need a seeker? It can't hurt, can it? Are there much in the way of fire extinguishers on Wick Creek for the old concussive explosive, or do we need to bring our own? Let's bring our own, just to be on the safe side. And because it's suit only, we get to change our pants. So let's do that, and then we'll head to Wick Creek. And here we are, in our stylish Christmas jumper. It might be chilly up here in Vermont. It's not entirely clear. It's autumn time, judging from the leaves, but people are having barbecues. So I guess it's somewhere between summer and autumn. I mean, I could probably check. It's probably confirmed in the law exactly what time of year this is. They do mention that Janus is going in a few months to his little thing in November at scale. So I guess it's probably like September time, so maybe it's a bit early for this jumper. But heck with it. We've got it. And we've got an unsilenced pistol. And we've got a target. So yeah, let's deal with that. That's our prestige out the way. Now that guy's a bit sus.
Area clear.
Yeah, area clear. We're all chill. And now that we've got the prestige out of the way, let's have a think, shall we, about what to do next. We need to take out a surveillance recorder. We've got targets where Smoking Guest at the Wilson's property, Hank Crass over at the Roadworks. So we're not under any pressure to go specifically to one or the other of Janus's place or Nolan's place to take out the cameras. Let's see, what are you doing, Batty? You're just standing there. Okay. Now. Yeah, Nolan's place is probably the easiest. So let's lure in a guard and get our SMG ready, because we may as well do a bit of that challenge whilst we're here. And we don't have to worry about anyone else really coming in, I don't think. But we will dump this guy in a freezer anyway. We've only got 2. concussive explosives, so we'll have to keep an eye out for fire extinguishers. There is one, in fact, in this garage now that I've mentioned it. So we'll bring that along when we go somewhere else. But then there's what, 2 guards there? Yeah, there's 2 guards there. Although one's coming this way. Is he going to come in if we do that? Oh, it's Spencer. So yes, the answer is that he will come in. Now taking out the cameras should be a piece of cake. There is a guard who might be coming back in though. But that's fine. And let's grab that fire extinguisher. Because if there's one in this place, then given the nature of Wick Creek, there's probably one in every house. Because that seems to be how these places generally work. Where might we want to go for some guards? There's one in the doorway there, but I'd like to take out at least 2. If we can. Let's just double check if this garage does have an extinguisher in it. No, it doesn't. Okay. So yeah, we're not guaranteed to find extinguishers then, around and about. Is there a pair of guards outside Janus's? There's definitely a bunch of them in the back garden of the Lewinsky property, I believe it is, the one where Nolan's guards generally hang out. Let's see who we've got here. Now, which version are we on actually? Because that is an FBI guy, that's not a Janus guard. Also, we're getting pretty close to our second target now, which is cool. So we've got a couple of guards there, and they're both onto us. Everyone over here is onto us, it seems. What if we throw that there? Where did that go?
Please refrain from throwing stuff around right now, okay?
Did that go somewhere else? Maybe. Did it vanish into the ether? That's also a possibility. Because I'm not seeing it. That would be unfortunate if that's what's happened. Now, duck them. If we throw a duck down here somewhere, then that'll get the attention of the guards. One of them will go and pick it up, probably. No? Does nobody want to pick that up? Curious. I'm not sure if they're both in range of it or not. That ranger, though, kind of roams back and forth a little bit. So let's see what his plan is. Okay, it's got a very small range. That sucks. Now, one of those handymen's running away, but not the one that we need. But now those guards aren't looking over here. So let's get in a quick pop and run. So we've now lost our fire extinguisher. We've lost one of our concussive ducks. And we have concussed exactly 0 guards. It's not going well at this moment in time.
Hello there.
Hello.
Station 3. Nothing to report.
No. Yeah, you're a guard. These guys are guards. But they're not grouped together. Which is what I would like. There's 2 over there though. So if we can sneak over there, that would be good. What if we throw a duck there? Cool. That knocked over a couple of dudes. Oops. And then I pressed the Windows key, which didn't help matters. I was trying to change to my submachine gun so that I could take out that guy. Right. That's everyone down for that challenge. So we just need another concussive, basically. So it would make sense to not just hang around here, because we've got no reason to stay here in this garden. There's no safe upstairs in this house, is there? No, it's upstairs in Cassidy's. Okay, so there's no fire extinguisher in the back garden because Richard is such a fool that not only has he forgotten the propane, but he doesn't even have a fire extinguisher handy to deal with any accidents that might occur.
Darling, I'm so hungry.
Although I'm not thinking accident right now, I'm thinking El Matador strikes again. Because Smoking Guest, from what I saw, wasn't next to anything interesting. Like a lamp. So yeah, we're just gonna blast him. Go 3 for 3 with the big loud gun. Like so.
I need some help.
And now we just need to find that last extinguisher if we can.
Something terrible is happening.
Or potentially our supplier.
I'm pretty sure someone's firing a gun.
Where is our supplier? Oh, did Smoking Guest not even die? Did they just fall over? Yeah, they survived. People don't usually survive one shot from El Matador. Oh, there's a couple of guards actually, so it's the serial killer version of the map. So they're an ideal target for explosives. You're not seeing shit right now, good. Now. Don't tell me the one garage I looked in first is the only one with an extinguisher. That's sad times indeed. Although we've still got Helen's. Maybe Helen's basement as well.
We spoke last week about my tax returns.
Yes, that's correct. It's absolutely.
That's correct. Now get in a freezer, you horrible witch. You have got everything we need. In that we've got an extinguisher
Need anything?
and our supplier.
You have no idea.
Cool. Antique curved knife. And the pale duck. Yeah, let's get the knife. I know I was planning on buying cheap things, but heck with it right now. Now let's go back and find those 2 guards. We don't need 2 guards now, because we only need 1 more concussive explosive. But better safe than sorry. So we're going to pop in where those 2 guards are hanging out near the tree house. Oh, there's a 3rd guard as well. Okay. And we're going to...
Why don't we just bust him now?
Yeah,
Don't
we're going to
have
place
enough on him.
We literally have a picture right here on our computer of the guy leaving the last murder
that
scene.
there.
What more do you want?
And then let's think about where we want to shoot from. Right, this looks like a spot. There we go, that should do it. Blam. So that's everything done now except for Smoking Guest. Because apparently we didn't kill them with El Matador. But those guards are going to be busy. Smoking Guest is now... where exactly? Still just hanging around over there.
Any ideas?
That time we got them. Good.
Blasting a weapon.
The work here is done. No one's blasting a weapon. Could have chosen better timing for that than when the politician and his man were wandering past, but it's cool. He's gone upstairs to find out what the ruckus is about, and we're just going to paddle home. So yeah, all in all, pretty straightforward suit only run. Wick Creek is the kind of map
Good
where
day to you, sir.
you want suit only to show up. Although I was prepared for it to be bare knuckle boxer as well, because we could have got the SMG from Nolan's house, but nope, that still awaits, and this one's done. Now, we've still got the fresh air challenge on the list as well. So we might need to make sure that we're taking that into consideration when we select maps, at least until it's showed up. But we were also thinking about distract target, weren't we? Because we've got scale, and we've got Mumbai for distract target. And then we've got Mendoza, which we're definitely not doing a thing on. So, only use one disguise. Suit only would have been fine there. Blind target. Eliminate guard sniper. Now, what were we left with? Bare knuckle boxer. Fresh air. Guards only, I think. And something else that I can't remember. I could look. It's not against the rules for me to look, but heck it. So bare knuckle kind of makes me want to go to Mumbai, but fresh air kind of also works in Mumbai. Scale also works with bare knuckle because you can get a pistol and then you can get fire extinguishers. So it's one of scale and Mumbai, then it's Mendoza, then it's the other. So let's go scale. And let's see if the wheel is going to be kind to us. Ah, we've got civvies only and guards only still to come. So let's see what we get. Scale, so any of them could be alright. Fresh air's probably the worst. Civvies only, interesting. And not ideal. But when is it ever ideal? So, civvies only on scale. So we can't pacify guards with concussive explosives, that's just off the menu. But we can hide target bods and we can distract a target. In case you're unfamiliar, we are just not allowed to do anything bad to guards whatsoever, but civvies, absolutely fine. Now, silence pistol kill epic seems like a good call. We've got a couple of them hanging around. Probably go with that one. No need to bring the short baller this time. So hide target bods. Pacify guards, not happening. Distract target. And silence pistol kill. So we don't really need much beyond the very basic loadout. Hide target bods kind of gets rid of any explosion or accident kills, unfortunately. How many targets have we got? Is it 4? Yeah. So yeah, let's go see what we can do on scale without harming guards. Or I forget, we should probably change our clothes back as well. Classic. Where are we? The black streak. It's elegant, it's simple. It's a lot like me in that regard. Actually, let's bring the short baller. Why not? We're changing our suit, we may as well change our gun as well. Ugh. Yeah, that's like the worst start point in the world. Unless one of our targets happens to be an elite guard that's just downstairs, which is highly unlikely. Let's have a look. So we've got Kiki over in the Councillor's Lounge. Catherine in the warehouse. Jason in the courtyard area. And then Peter. Now, I mean, it's going to be practically impossible, I feel, to deal with Kiki without hiding bodies. Well, with hiding bodies. So let's sneak through here. Now, we could climb back up the other side. And that should allow us to get a palace staff outfit. That'll be a start. And then that's an outfit that at least lets us into this area.
No way! Don't!
Oops. Yeah, kind of got an unconscious witness there, but that's fine. He no longer knows what we look like. We even got his key. So we need to get upstairs. There's no like elite guard outfits or raider outfits around. So we can get upstairs by like going out and climbing the pipes and whatnot. Does this allow us to shoot security thing? Maybe. Cool. And it doesn't allow us to go any further. In this direction there is a pipe, but that's a pipe that goes down. Would lead us over towards Catherine. So maybe we do need the pipes that are above. Let's see. Because we'll get frisked if we try and go up there past those guards. And then it's a question of how do we get Kiki, because she could potentially be thrown out of this window, but then that's not a hide target bods kind of situation. She could potentially be thrown out of there, but maybe that guard would see us if that happened. Is there any way we can lure her out here? I know Seekers will do it, but then I'm not sure how that helps. Yeah, you come on out.
Keep your eyes open, okay? All right. Hey, idiot! Hey, you! No!
Right. Can we take your outfit? No, we can't even take his outfit.
Just stopped at everything.
Hello.
What's going on?
Right, are you going to come on out? You are.
Is
Good.
anyone there?
Okay, so we got her down. But now what? Now we need those two guys to bugger off so we can throw her out the window. Or do we? Maybe we can throw her out this way. Although, then yeah, maybe we're going to get spotted if we do this. Or maybe we can't even do that. It's a tricky one to hide. Oh. Right, she's down. Is her body going to get spotted by these two guards? Maybe not. Okay. Okay, that wasn't actually to her death. Never mind. Well, it wasn't hidden. But we're gradually moving her about. Yeah, where did we leave her this time? Over here. So is there anywhere over here where we can... What if we just grab her now? And bring her this way. We're in the undergrowth.
I happen to know he's on the council. One of the original 5.
Yep, you haven't heard anything, friend.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't helping. Because whereabouts are we going to hide her? We may well have biffed hide target bods. 'Cause yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't just push her over these rocks. Much as I'd like to. Yeah, for some reason these rocks are unpushable for high target bods. Guess if we could find a fire extinguisher or something, we could probably blow her off the edge. It's worth a try. So let's see, we've got another target down here somewhere. So we'll just make our way along this wall and down. And there's our next target. does she come over to this window? That would make life convenient. It's also unlikely. Right, this might just be a job of... Where's my wrench gone? Did I not pick my wrench up? Bloody hell.
And it's on.
Right, so she's gone through, and she's going to come back through in a minute. So let's chuck this guy out the window. You didn't see shit. Now, where can we hide you so that... Yeah, that should be fine, hopefully. Maybe not. We don't want to get spotted by people outside, though. Okay, we're getting away with this. Cool. So now she's going to come back through here. And yeah, we should be able to hide her bod without too much trouble. Good. Now, is there a fire extinguisher around? There is, fantastic. So we'll take that and we'll head upstairs. Still harm no guards, which is good, because I'd kind of forgotten about not harming guards.
You have to stop right now!
Always the little details that reveal weapons.
But yeah, it's going alright. Okay, we're out. Now we've got another guard who's onto us, apparently.
No way.
So, her body is there. Right.
Let's move out!
There we go. We got the explosion off. Took some work. Now we just have to see whether or not it actually hit the body or not. Nope, it did nothing. She's still here.
Roger, Command. Nothing tangible yet. Still looking. Will do. Out.
And now she's been found.
Anybody there? Come in!
Um,
Someone's been murdered!
oh! How did I get away with that?
I need you to keep your head down.
What the
Stay
heck?
alive.
Okay, you got it.
Okay. Right, high target bods, gone. Nothing we can do about that
In
now.
my position.
Where was our next target? We had one down in the courtyard area, didn't we? So, you guys just chill. I'm just going to sneak in here. And I'm allowed, good. We need to get to courtyard. Courtyard, good. There's our man. He appears to be standing around near that cage. No, he's not quite under it though, is he? So we'll probably just bip him in the head. Now we're trespassing. Is that the end of the world? No, we're no longer trespassing. Good.
Don't
Yeah.
touch me! Ah, don't touch me!
I think this has all just gone a bit weird. We should probably leave.
Hey, hey!
Okay, there's sus guards out there. I don't know why they're running towards me though. They haven't seen me. Well, just to be on the safe side, let's change outfits again. And now we're blindfold man. Which means everything's gone into like permanent instinct mode.
Okay, continuing search.
We have a situation here, folks.
It's kind of cool. But yeah, we're just going to stroll past our dead friend. Damn. And we're going to head to the docks. What a mess. An absolute mess Scale has proven to be. Civvies only is the worst. And there's our man. Cool. Problem solved. See you later, Scale. Oh, what an absolute trial that was. But the worst could be yet to come. Let's just drop all our gear. That's how I like it at the end of a level. Grab ourselves another concussive ducky. And we're going to Mendoza. So, Mendoza. Blind target. Eliminate guard sniper. Use only one disguise. We really don't want bare knuckle boxer here. So, what you got for us, Wheel? Right, guards only, bare knuckle boxer or fresh air. Fresh air would be nice. It's bare knuckle boxer because of course it is. Of course it is. Well, that at least has sorted out our loadout in that we can't bring anything with us. We can only use what we find in the level. Now, collateral kill explosion. Probably the best of the bunch there. No guns though. No anything. Only one disguise. Let's see how this mess goes. And of course we're starting here, which is pretty awful. Although, it does allow us to get a mercenary outfit, I guess. So there is that. Did one of those guards hear that? Maybe they didn't. Now they did. Good.
Check out what it was.
Feels like forever since I was last on Mendoza. But I do remember that the mercenary guard outfit is pretty dang good. And maybe that'll allow us to get a sniper rifle. Let's see. So yeah, here's our one disguise. We'll just bring you back into the cave a bit. And we've actually got everything we need for collateral explosion now, because we've got an assault rifle and we've got a propane flask, so that's good. There's a target in the villa basement and another one not far away as well, and then another one in the villa living room. Interesting. Do any of the guards carry silenced weaponry on this map? Also, we've just got a crowbar, which makes life even easier still, because we can now deal with locked doors. I'm thinking some of the guards might carry silence guns. Now down here there will be, yeah, a few guards around who know that we're sus. So let's just toss that and see which one we get first.
Got it.
Okay, we get one of the enforcers. So down he goes. There's a cupboard right there. Cool. So now, can we lure his friend over?
I'll deal with this. You just hang back. Thank you, sir.
Yep, this is going alright.
Freaky.
Now you get uncovered as well. Now there's two people down here. One of whom is a target, and the other of whom you could quite happily make a victim of a collateral explosion. So do you want to turn around, Waiter? Oh, you're going that way, okay. And you're coming this way. Cool. So yeah, Prestige turns out not so bad after all. Getting a silence gun would have been nice, but they're not going to offer me one. They're not going to offer me one. Now, what was the code? Let's crack the safe while we're here. 2006? Cool. Mercers. Probably not enough, though, to get ourselves a legendary pistol, if one happens to be available. Right, gunshot was heard, but that's half of the course. No, they're going to go and investigate that. You're just chilling in here. More mercers. Maybe a silenced pistol would be possible. So this guy can come with us. I mean, we haven't got high target bots, have we? So we don't need this guy to come with us. But still, may as well clean up where we can. What we need is a box with like little flashy in or something. Or the suppliers to have some sort of gun for us. Let's see, they're in the tunnel. Perhaps. Oh no, they're outside the atrium where the poshos are drinking their wine. So let's run around in small circles while I try and figure out where I am. And there's another crate. Does it have a blinding device for me? No. It's got coconut. Now, do you have anything for us, friend? I doubt it.
You want to buy something? You name it, I got it.
Let's see. Yeah, nothing terribly useful. The ancestral knife, a shotgun, another assault rifle. Yeah, why not? We'll buy the assault rifle because it's cheap.
Need more, you know where to find me.
And then we'll drop our current one. We'll grab that cheap one. And then we'll bring our briefcase along. Because if we can find a sniper rifle on this map, then having the briefcase would be handy. And there's one place where we might be able to find a sniper rifle. I'm not certain there is one on a freelancer version of the map, but we can have a look. Potentially we could also do in another target on the way there. But then we're running out of targets for... Yeah, running out of targets for blinding target, but we haven't got anything to blind target with anyway at the moment. And odds are slim that we'll get anything. Unless we'll get a kitchen knife, that's cool. Is there any less hide bods in here? No, it's not terribly important. Will you finish your conversation, please? I've got business to take care of.
What the hell that was? No worries.
There we go. Another one down. Now there is another crate there. Potentially this one will now contain a blinding device of some sort. There we go. A little flashy. After I've just killed the target, who would have been ideal. But that's fine. Let's see. We do have one target left who's way away. Kiki Iglesias down in the production room area, so we can blind them. But yeah, let's go and see about a sniper rifle if we possibly can. Oh. Nearly botched that. A panicky press the C button saved the day. Now, how many of you guys are enforcers? You're not, so that's good. There might be one up here. Who goes back and forth. Yeah, that guy. And up here we do have these two guys, and they do have a sniper rifle.
Don't be crude.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Yates wants us on high alert.
We've been acting.
Yeah, why don't you go and look at that, please?
Go see.
Affirmative.
I'm thinking this sniper rifle is not silenced. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just a regular ass sniper rifle, so let's conceal it in our briefcase for now. Shooting people up here with it would probably not be wise. But I can think of somewhere where it wouldn't be too bad. And that is where we can turn off the cameras. So back we go through the villa gardens. There's like 3 bodyguards that hang out there. Now, we could do with that guy just not being there right now. But he'll carry on in a moment. I suppose there's also these 3 guys, isn't there? There's that one, who could probably be persuaded to come around here.
Hey, who's there?
Yeah. And then there's these 2 lads. Yep, don't mind me. Because now we should be behind a couple of doors. I think, as well. So I was going to go for the bodyguards and then take out the cameras whilst I was there. But if we just come in here and shut the door, then it should be nice and quiet. Blam. Job done. Everyone's down. So now, do we even need to take out the cameras? Probably not, because where's our last target? They are down in the production area. So, yeah, there's not a lot of cameras down there. We might actually be on for a perfect run, you know. Let's grab the rat poison, just in case it helps us. Yeah, this has gone much better than Scale did. Jeez. Right, so there's our map. Doesn't look as though they're the sort who goes around tasting anything. Oh, yeah, there's our woman, I should say. Now. Yeah, you should pick that up, miss. And she's blinded. And that leaves just the one thing to do, which is to actually finish her off. So, where's she going? She's coming over here.
Shit is blowing up, man. Didn't you hear?
So maybe when she calms down... Oh, I mean, we could just throw an icicle in her head. But,
Did you hear the explosion?
yeah.
It was this huge boom. I heard that.
Yeah, you come on in here. Okay, that guy's exploring. That's not great.
This pisses me off. It sucks.
Cool, she's down. Now, you gonna go back to normal?
You ready? Something's up. It's me. Production room is clear. Over.
Yeah, production room is clear. Now, is there anyone nearby I can find a screwdriver? Because that would be funny, to just shut her in the freezer. I'm pretty sure that's a lethal kill. The one time I can't bring my own screwdriver is the one time I actually need one. Sad times. Yeah, well, I haven't got all day. We'll trap someone in the freezer at some point in the future, maybe. For now, at least we can give her a kind of appropriate death. And with that icicle, it's time for us to stroll off. And that will be, in fact, a perfect bare-knuckle boxer run. There isn't a safe to rob on the way out, unfortunately. But yeah, we came in with nothing. And we're leaving with 4 out of 4 challenges complete. I'd say that's jolly good work all round. Mendoza's a nice map for it, it seems. And off we go. That leaves us with Mumbai for a showdown, and 2 challenges left on the wheel. Distract target, blind target, no combat. Blind target could be tricky, unless... no, actually it's not that tricky, is it? Yeah, let's see what the wheel offers anyway. Is it fresh air or is it guards only? Let's spin that wheel. And... good, I'm pleased with that. Guards only. Gee, I wonder what it's going to be next time. So, the only people we can harm are guards and our target, who is a dehydrated smoker with brown hair, glasses, necklace, earrings, but no hat. And what's our prestige objective anyway? Eliminate during tell. I mean, we could do that with poison. Let's go for eliminate escaping. And then let's blind them, and then hopefully that will cause them to escape. If it doesn't, then we'll just seeker them and take them to a bog. And such like. Otherwise, yes. We'll take them down, no trouble. Pistol is pretty much all we need, aside from our regular gubbins. Don't think we need a screwdriver. Let's head to Mumbai and see how this guards only run goes. Must remember, don't harm civvies. And here we are, and it's a version of the map where we can just go around and about, which is nice. So let's start doing that.
I'm afraid you don't have the right clearance. Sorry.
By going around and about, I mean that the building site and everything isn't blocked off to us today. So it's not like illusions of grandeur or anything like that. Now, we've got targets in there, which we can't really deal with. We've got at least one in the chawl as well, so that's generally a good spot. Having a drink, that's a good sign. Although it looked like you've got black hair, but let's see. No, we've got an assassin.
Okay.
And you've been distracted. Yeah, you ain't the one. Next target. Let's see. We've got one over this way, so let's go and have a look at them. Hello, you've got a hat.
The new foreman looks to be a dedicated.
You can get off the list. I hope we don't just accidentally run into a lookout whilst I'm roaming around like this. You've got a hat.
Good day to use.
You're not the one. So we've got a couple around the trains area. One of them who appears to be in a spot we can just waltz into with no trouble. Yeah, this bit's public. Now, what are you doing, friend?
Weird.
Being our target?
There's room for everybody.
Would you like me to place a flash phone on the floor?
Huh.
Huh. You should grab that.
Ah, excellent.
Now we'll see if it makes him escape or not. A couple of guards there, but...
What the hell set off that explosion? Now! Acha! Understood! Oh my
You need to
God,
hurry.
get help.
The target is trying to escape.
Yep, target is trying to escape. We've lost no combat, but that's par for the course. More importantly, we finished the level, and we're going to survive. Now, do we take the saber? We can pick up a saber somewhere, can't we? But I forget where. Let's take another assault rifle.
Good doing business with you.
And that was short and sweet. But that's how it goes when you've got distract target as one of your objectives. I would definitely take 3 out of 4 right there. If it wasn't for those guards, we could have got all 4, but 3 out of 4, fine and dandy. We've even learned something there, which is that blinding your target with an explodo, cool, lockpick, will pretty much cause them to escape. So that's something new that I've learned today. Hopefully you've learned lots of fun things today as well. Hopefully you'll be liking this video and leaving a little subscribe as well, telling your friends. And until next time, take it easy. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, friends.